Urgent, Raiders fan, look at what just happened. Nobody saw this coming, huh? But first, make sure to subscribe to the channel because we bring you daily videos with the latest your team news. And don't forget to turn on notifications so you don't miss anything. NFL transactions: Raiders signed DT Fotu T.E. Thomas. The Las Vegas Raiders signed unrestricted free agent defensive tackle Lakey Fotu and tight end Ian Thomas to contracts on Tuesday. Terms of the deals were not announced by the team. Fotu, 26, recorded 92 tackles, 5 sacks, 1 forced fumble, and 1 fumble recovery in 58 career games, 22 starts with the Arizona Cardinals 2020-2023 and New York Jets 2024. Thomas, 28, had 119 catches for 1,062 yards with 4 touchdowns in 99 career games, 54 starts with the Carolina Panthers 2018-24. The New York Giants resigned offensive lineman Aaron Stinnie. Stinnie, 31, played in 16 games, 3 starts last season with the Giants. Signed as an undrafted rookie by Tennessee, Stinnie played in 47 career games, 15 starts with the Titans, 2018-19, Tampa Bay Buccaneers 2019-23, and Giants. The Philadelphia Eagles added depth to their offensive line by signing veteran tackle Kendall Lamb to a contract. Terms of the deal were not disclosed. Lamb, 32, underwent back surgery after playing in 15 games, 7 starts last season with the Miami Dolphins. He has also spent time with the Houston Texans 2015-18, Cleveland Browns 2019-20, and Titans 2021. Pausing this news just to say that if you want YouTube to keep recommending the latest Raider Nation news to you, it's very important that you leave a like on this video, thanks. Now let's get back to the news. Raiders announced signing of former $17 million Panthers. Starting T tight end is one of the strongest position groups for the Las Vegas Raiders right now, but they are continuing to add depth. Harrison Bryant signed with the Philadelphia Eagles in free agency, so the team needed a new T3. The Raiders announced on Tuesday that they've struck a deal with veteran tight end Ian Thomas. He has spent his entire career with the Carolina Panthers up to this point, since being a 4th-round pick in the 2018 NFL Draft. Thomas was a productive player during his time with Carolina and started a total of 54 games across 7 seasons. The Panthers rewarded him with a 3-year, $16.95 million contract extension in 2022, but then injuries started to become an issue. He had stints on the injured reserve in each of the last 2 seasons and only played in 5 games in 2024. When healthy, he can be a capable tight end for the Raiders. This should only add to the rumors that the team is considering trading former 2nd-round pick Michael Mayer. Brock Bowers is clearly the lead dog in the tight end room, but Mayer was highly touted coming out of Notre Dame. He may be better off going to a team where he can be the top tight end option. The Raiders adding Thomas will make it easier to move on from Mayer if an appealing trade offer comes along. It remains to be seen what kind of contract Las Vegas gave the veteran tight end, but it's likely only 1 year in length. Las Vegas Raiders named good landing spot for Bengals linebacker. Jermaine Pratt Cincinnati has had him under contract this entire decade. Cincinnati Jermaine Pratt has an outstanding trade request that's lingered to start this offseason as the Bengals attend to other business. Sportsnaut's Mo Moton thinks one good spot for Pratt to land is with the Raiders. Pratt just wrapped his 6th NFL season. Pratt has been a reliable and productive linebacker for 6 seasons, Moton wrote. He has significantly improved in pass coverage, allowing a passer rating of 88, 1 or lower over the previous 3 years. The 7th-year veteran hasn't allowed more than 2 touchdowns in coverage within a season. Pratt's skill set would complement Elandon Roberts' run-stopping ability. Las Vegas has 9 draft picks on hand, including 4 in rounds 6 and 7. So a trade could work if they are willing to part with one of those and take on Pratt's final season under his 3-year contract with Cincinnati. The Bengals have signed 1 linebacker this offseason, Oren Burks. Brock Bowers reveals what he's working to improve heading into 2nd Raiders season. It's never too early to start the hype train again. I know that no one remembers since he's not a quarterback, but Brock Bowers had a season for the ages last year. If it weren't for an equally historic season from Washington QB Jaden Daniels, Bowers probably would have ended up as the first tight end in decades to win the Offensive Rookie of the Year award, and considering Bowers' record-setting rookie season, It'd be hard to blame him if he didn't have that much in mind for how he can improve in year 2, 112 catches for over 1,000 yards and 5 touchdowns will play just as well next year as it did last. But that is, of course, not how NFL players work, and while speaking with Kay Adams on her daily show Tuesday morning, Bowers talked a bit about what he's concentrating on during the offseason. It sounds like Brock Bowers' first NFL season was exhausting, just kind of everything, he told Adams. I feel like last year was a long year. Through the combine, getting into OTAs and stuff, I feel like just being able to get my body into tip-top shape and being able to stay 100 healthy through the whole season would be important to me. Gotta say, this answer is boring. I don't doubt that it's exactly what he's working on, but that doesn't make it exciting. It's also such an outdated NFL tight end answer. Every tight end has personality now. There's a whole fake school off-season event dedicated to that fact. It's almost a prerequisite of the position at this point. Honestly, shout out to Adams for pushing back on his original answer and getting to open up with something more than cliches for more than 12 seconds. She knows the fate of her Twitter clips being aggregated depended on it, and again, when you put up the kind of stats that he did, it's not like there's a whole ton to improve. He also appeared in every game the Raiders played, starting 16 of them, so even that's not a major concern yet. He obviously couldn't say it, but Brock Bowers doesn't really need to work on anything, except maybe giving slightly more bloggable answers to Kay Adams during the offseason. AFC West notes Harris, Hand, Chargers, Broncos, RB staff, Wilkins, Raiders. Retaining Najee Harris was believed to still be a Steelers option this winter, but the team had declined its starting running back's fifth-year option last May. Passing on that opened the door to the 2021 first-rounder becoming a one-contract Steeler, and Harris said via ESPN, comms Chris Rim he began to believe late last season he was on his way out. The Steelers do not negotiate with players in season, but serious resigning talks did not emerge this offseason. Harris landed a one-year, $25 million deal with the Chargers. The Miami alum said Jim Harbaugh was a lead reason he signed with the Bolts. The team ramped up its run game usage last season and has since cut Gus Edwards. Primary starter J.K. Dobbins is also a free agent. He has 4 1,000-yard seasons. Harris is almost definitely set to start for the Bolts this season. The Steelers slapped a second-round RFA tender on Jaylen Warren and signed ex-Eagles backup Kenneth Gainwell in free agency. Here is the latest from the AFC West staying on the running back beat. Here the Broncos have not replaced Javonte Williams, who signed with the Cowboys. With a deep running back draft approaching, the Denver Gazette's Chris Tomasson views it as a near certainty the team will bolster this position come April. The Broncos hold picks in the first 3 rounds for the first time since 2021 before the Russell Wilson and Sean Payton trades depleted their draft capital. Having addressed linebacker, safety, and tight end in free agency, Denver should have a clearer runway to add to its backfield during the first 3 rounds. Elsewhere on Denver's roster, the team already turned to Jonathan Cooper's contract agreed to at the midseason point as a restructure avenue. The team moved Cooper's 4mm roster bonus into a signing bonus, per the Denver Post's Parker Gabriel, who adds the team-created 2mm in cap space via the adjustment. The Nick Bonito sidekick remains signed at 5mm per year through the 2028 season. The Broncos also replaced fired inside linebacker coach Michael Wilhoit, hiring former college DC Jeff Schmedding, NFL. Comms Ian Rappaport tweets, Schmedding, 47, comes over after 2 seasons as Washington State's DC. He was Auburn's DC in 2022 and Boise State's from 2019-20. This Broncos ILB post will be Schmedding's first NFL job. Back to the restructure topic, the Raiders cleared out cap room by turning to Christian Wilkins' monster deal. Las Vegas converted Wilkins' 5mm roster bonus, which was due earlier this month, into a signing bonus. That will spread out the D tackles. Cap hits over the life of the contract and free up 2025 cap room, with the Las Vegas Review-Journal's Vincent Bonsignori indicating the team created 15 mm in space. The Raiders hold 9 millimeters in cap space as of Tuesday, according to Over the Cap. Winding up some Chargers contract matters, the team added 2 defenders on low-end deals. The Bolts accord with defensive lineman Deshaun Hand is for 1 year and 35mm. KPRC2's Aaron Wilson tweets, adding 93mm is guaranteed. Hand can earn another 1 MMT via playing time incentives. Hand, 29, started 2 games for the Dolphins last season. He had previously gone since 2020 without starting a game. Linebacker Del'Shawn Phillips' Bolts deal is worth 2 MM over 1 year per. Over the cap, the team is guaranteeing Phillips $700K between a $400K signing bonus and a partial salary guarantee, Wilson adds. Phillips, 28, will reunite with Chargers GM Joe Hortiz, who was a Ravens exec during the reserve LB's 2-year run in Baltimore. And now, Raiders fan, I want to hear from you. What's your opinion on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I don't know if you know this, but your opinion matters a lot for Raiders. You'll be back any moment with more Raider Nation news.